everyone, glad you could join me today. I'm excited to be joined by Segun Lawson. Segun is the president and CEO of Thor Explorations, who many of you will know is a West Africa gold company and more recently a gold producer. Segun, glad that you could join me today.
Yes, glad to be here. Thanks, Laura, for having me on.
Awesome. So Segun, Thor Explorations successfully poured its first gold at Segilola in Nigeria on the 30th of July. Your flagship project based in Nigeria, as I've said. So this is a huge milestone for the company. Tell me, Segun, how has the operation been performing since then?
Yes, you're completely right. It's been a major milestone for us, a huge one, certainly the biggest since we've been operating. But you know, the first gold pour is always largely symbolic. We achieved the gold pour by passing in some historic tailings and just making sure the system worked properly. And we were also thrilled and excited to get that gold bar at the end. Since we've poured that first gold, there's been further work going on, you know, testing the plants. We've now passed some waste material through the entire circuit. Where I'm going to be commissioning and recommissioning various parts and making sure we're optimizing the plant to run fully efficiently. Once we're very happy with that, we're comfortable with that, we're going to probably try another pour in a couple of days and then re-optimize again. And then the first real sizable ore that will go in will be in about a week's time. So when we pour that, we pour everything through the full circuit in about a week's time. We intend after that to incrementally increase the grade of our throughput material over the next 5-6 weeks, and then try to get up to nameplate capacity in September, and then run commercially from then on.
Sure, wow, Segun, that's quite a fast ramp up as well. So won't you tell me or give me an outline of some of the key economics of the project?
Yeah, you know, the project is very economically compelling. You know, it's a high grade project in an open pit mine. So it's a very cash generative. It has a low all-in sustaining cost of $685 per ounce. We're looking at producing on average about 85,000 ounces per annum. Given our project capex of $105 million, there's a very fast payback of that at today's gold price of $1,800 gold. There's a payback period of less than 1 year. Our senior debt facility is $54 million. There's obviously a very fast payback on that as well. And then we're into cash flow. So this going into production is extremely transformational for us, going from a small exploration company, always raising dilutive equity, to now generating very strong cash flows. So we're very excited about that as well.
Oh, amazing, Segun. So definitely transformational for the company, but in my opinion, probably transformational for the country as well. So Nigeria's mining industry is sort of more in its infancy stages, and at 85,000 ounces per annum, that's pretty significant. So do you think that Segilola could be a catalyst for more growth from the mining sector in Nigeria?
Yes, I think so, and I hope so. You know, Nigeria historically has been a champion in mining way before the oil came along, and obviously oil came along in such perspective and economic quantities that the mining sector got neglected. But you know, I think, you know, there's a huge amount of potential here in the geology. I think it's geologically impossible that Segilola is there in isolation. I think we just have to look at our peer groups in terms of countries in West Africa. So even the likes of Burkina, Ivory Coast, you look at when the first mine was built up and running, and then what happened afterwards, the number of mines that came on stream after that, it attracted an influx of mining investment. And to be honest, sitting here in Nigeria at the moment, I'm beginning to notice, you know, more interest, you know, since we're getting to the end of construction and then into production, notice interest from, you know, local players, perhaps on the oil and gas side, looking to diversify to mining, seeing some more interest internationally as well. So, you know, this is our flagship project as well. But I think symbolically, it's also almost a poster child in terms of for the country's mining sector as well, that if we succeed, the whole sector can succeed as well.
Fantastic, Segun, I love that. So, I mean, you did mention investments, and I think Thor Explorations has done what many other mining companies more recently might have been afraid to, which is actually to go and invest in Nigeria. So what would you say, Segun, to investors in terms of encouraging them to come and bring their money into the Nigerian mining economy?
Well, I would say that, Nigeria is a sophisticated economy. You look at the oil and gas sector, you look at the banking sector, you look at the telecom sector, you look more recently, the huge success and the hundreds of millions of dollars being raised in the tech sector in Nigeria. It is a sophisticated investor economy. Secondly, I would say, you compare us again to our peer group in West Africa, the DRCs, the Ivory Coasts, the Burkinas, it's the Malis. It's a very stable political country as well. So, there are perception and reputational, issues in Nigeria that may have deterred investors here. But, I would say it's no different to our peer group. There's a huge opportunity here in terms of the geology, which is completely underexplored by modern techniques. So, I would definitely encourage investors to come here. And then lastly, we haven't got here on our own. We've had huge support from the Ministry of Mines. We've had huge support from the Mines Inspectorate, the Cadastral Office. The Mining Act itself is extremely enabling for international investors by putting incentives in place to try and attract them, which include incentives like 100% ownership of your projects. In other jurisdictions in West Africa, the government has a 10% free carry, including a 5-year tax holiday from your first day of production. So it is extremely enabling. There's huge geological potential here, and great access to labor. I would definitely encourage other investors to have a strong look at the sector.
Thanks, Segun. That's some definite, very encouraging incentives for the mining industry. So I would love to think that they would take note of some of those points that you've raised. Lastly, Segun, you've poured your first gold, you said things are going well, you're looking to ramp up quite quickly. What is the perhaps medium to longer term strategic focus for Thor Explorations?
Yeah, cash flow has always been supposed to be a platform to build the company on for us. We were never really a single project company. We have a presence in 3 countries at the moment. We have, in Nigeria, we've extended our presence to over 900 square kilometers of permits, covering very prospective ground. What we're hoping is this cash flow we generate can allow us to unlock value from our other projects, including exploration in Nigeria, which is ongoing. We would love to find the next deposit in Nigeria, not just Segilola, to have a second deposit very soon. And then we have another fantastic project we're all very excited about in Senegal, the Douta project, where we've drilled to success over the years. We've just finished another drill program. We're looking to get our maiden resource out very shortly. And that's the second project we're hoping to build organically rather than go out and acquire another project. We will have the mine building experience, the mine building team, EPC contractor. We've just done all this in Nigeria. We'd love to replicate that in Senegal. So, that's the strategy. We use our cash flow to build on the great platform we have here in Nigeria and also elsewhere in West Africa.
Brilliant. Segun, what a positive and encouraging message for the mining industry in Africa, and such exciting work that you've done this year, particularly in light of all the difficulties around perhaps COVID. So well done on your first gold pour. I'm looking forward to seeing what Thor Explorations does next.
Thank you very much. Yeah, look, we're really happy. It was a great milestone to get to. Obviously, we broke ground in March 2020 to build this project largely on time, within budget, through the pandemic. I can only really commend my team, everybody who's been working on this over the last 17, 18 months. So we're really happy to be here now.
Awesome. Segun, again, thanks so much for joining me today. What a great story from Thor Explorations.
Thank you.